Hey, welcome guys. This is Jonathan Ruiz, your host, Merchant Solutions Corp. We're going to go over this quick video to show you how the POS program works with Merchant Solutions Corp. Now, this video is made for any person out there that is selling some type of service to the businesses. It could be Yellow Pages, marketing ads, could work with the food supplier, especially for restaurants, or you can even be doing merchant services. If you're in the merchant services business and you see that you're losing a lot of accounts to point of sale systems, give us a call. We'll be able to help you guys out. Mainly because the point of sale systems create so much value to the customer. It's not like a little regular credit card terminal. While we can always put a credit card terminal at the location, we rather not. Merchant Solutions Corp has found out since 2010 that essentially the point of sale systems are basically the way to the future. And these little credit card terminals, the Verifone VX510s, 520s, they keep evolving, and obviously they become obsolete after a while. So you don't really want to sell something like that if you want to keep the account for a very long time. So again, this is a POS program from Merchant Solutions Corp. And if you're interested in selling point of sale systems, but you don't want to get into let's just say too deep into the point of sale system software and learning the programs and all that stuff, don't worry guys, we do it all for you. You just go out there and find the customer. We'll basically set up the system, we'll program it, we'll train your customer, and obviously we'll help you with the payment processing so it's locked, and therefore you don't have any attrition. So let me go on and get right into it. So the Merchant Solutions Corp POS program includes 3 point of sale systems. One of them is Cash Register Express, we use for restaurant and for retail. Essentially, the Cash Register Express, we really use it mostly for grocery stores, 3 to 4 lanes. The Xtouch also works with grocery stores, but it's actually a hybrid because we can customize the system to work for any type of restaurant and hair salon, spa, and as well as any retail, so which basically would be also a grocery store. And then lastly, we have the tablet solution. There's one that I'm not mentioning here, which is called In-Store. It's basically an iPad solution. The Clover is Android based, so of course there's a big difference depending on the user, depending on what the customer wants to have. We have a solution for them. So the Clover is a very, very simple system. If they've never used a POS system in the past, and they're a small business, let's say a quick service restaurant type of buffet, or a small clothing store, shoe store, that type of stuff keeps inventory, Clover works perfectly for them. And it's also more affordable than the bigger POS systems. But we're going to focus today on PC America, Cash Register Express, and the Xtouch for restaurants. So the POS lease program is available in all states. So if you're out there in any state of the United States, you can actually sell this product. It's available to startups. So any business that had just gotten started, it doesn't matter. We'll be able to get them financed, and they can basically get the full bundle POS system, all inclusive, with no money out of pocket. Obviously with approved credit, but the whole point is that we're not taking any cash from your customers at the inception of the lease. There's no free placement option. I know there are some companies out there that basically advertise a free point of sale system. Truth of the matter, guys, is nothing is free in this world. Always somebody has to make money off something. So these companies will tell you, oh yeah, it's a free placement or it's a free POS system. Really, it's not. They're going to charge them a monthly fee, just like if they were to lease it. The only difference is the little terms and conditions in the contract. So but as far as that goes, really, you don't really need a free placement option. This is not a credit card terminal. So our systems support restaurant and retail, and then also salon, which is I'm not mentioning here, but we also can do hair salon, spas, and that type of business. Utilizing Xtouch and Cash Register Express, you're able to open up a bigger market to your local area, or let's just say you're doing telemarketing and you're trying to find new businesses through the phone, well, we can actually expand your horizon with the Xtouch or the Cash Register Express. It doesn't matter what kind of restaurant, whether it's a quick service, pizzeria, full service dine-in, a buffet, a cafe. It doesn't matter if it's small, big, or large. You can actually fit in right in with the Xtouch. Now the Cash Register Express, it also works great with quick service restaurants. It also works great with full service restaurants, but we rather use that one specifically for grocery stores because of the hardware you can attach to it. Now the Xtouch works the same way with grocery stores, it's just a little bit different, so it really is going to depend on what the customer likes from each software. Remember, these are both different type of softwares, but they're for the same industry, so they essentially do the same thing. And then we also are partnered with Azura Leasing. Azura Leasing is actually a great company. We've been doing business with them for quite some time now, and essentially they're the ones that are able to take those new startups, those new businesses that you guys are finding out on the field. And as you can see here, we have a restaurant POS. So that restaurant bundle is an all-in-one touchscreen, the printer, keyboard and mouse, cash drawer, and the kitchen printer. Now this is the touchscreen itself, and this is for retail. So instead of a kitchen printer, we have a barcode scanner. Along with the barcode scanner, we also add in a scale or also a scale scanner that actually goes inside the conveyor belt. So I'm pretty sure you guys seen them in one of those large grocery stores, Kroger's, Publix's, Winn-Dixie's, those type of businesses. So that's the type of scanner software, scanner scale that we actually offer. Big commissions. The nice part about this is that you guys only have to sell it. You have to fill out the paperwork, submit the order to us. We'll take care of the rest. Once we get the system installed, guess what? You get paid. So essentially, when we have it set up on the lease program, it's $119 per month. It includes the whole bundle: touchscreen, cash register, EMV pin pad, software integration for payment processing, all the good stuff. And you get $700 per station. If you sell the second one for $139, or if you sell just one for $139, you get $1,000. Any additional stations would basically be $99 a piece, and they will pay you $500. So let me just pull the calculator here real quick, and I just want to show you something real quick. So let's just say you were to set up the first, hey, Mr. Customer, you want 2 stations. I'm going to be able to give it to you. The first station, I can give it to you $139. That's how they start. They start off at $139, and the second one, I can give it to you for $99. So the payment total would be $238, right? And there's no money down coming out of their pocket, so of course the customer is very easygoing about purchasing this type of system for their business. So $238 is the payment. Now in this specific situation, you would have made $1,500. Right, because it's $1,000 plus the $500. Let's just say you were to set them up at $119, right? $119 gives you $700. So $700 plus $500, you're talking about $1,200. Now let's just say the customer is kind of like haggling you and just not really moving forward with the whole payment thing, and so you need to lower the payment. Yeah, you can do $99. You can do $99, guys, but that's going to lower your commission to $500. And I honestly would suggest that obviously you keep it high. You start them high, and then you bring them down low. Because it's very important that you guys keep a nice profit on the system. Sometimes you have to actually pay their cancellation fee. So obviously, you need to have that extra little bit of cash, $200-300 that you reimburse them. You get a new deal. Now, if it's a restaurant on the other side, hey, this is a nice part. Let's just say you were supposed to sell a restaurant. So the restaurant is basically going to be $119. But, for example, the customer's, haggling about the price. So the base price is $99. So $99 times 4 stations, which is a typical restaurant, a high-end restaurant. It's about $396 on a lease. Now remember, the payment, it's not such a huge deal unless you make it a huge deal. So you always have to say it is only $396. No big deal. Now, when you actually offer this type of pricing, you know, you don't have that much leeway on the cancellation fees or anything like that, so you won't be able to really help them. But what I can tell you is, if you start them at 119, you'll have a little bit more you know, playroom to, you know, be able to pay their cancellation fee and so on and so forth. And customers are very happy when you're able to do that for them. So of course you want to sell it at 119. But let's just say you were supposed to sell it at 99 a piece. So you got $500 there, and $500 times 4, it's $2,000. So just of one deal you made $2,000. Let's just say you were supposed to sign up, you know, you typically do 10 deals a month in credit card processing services. Well, let's just say you do half of that, but you're selling point of sale systems. So you're making $2,000 a piece per restaurant. So let's just say you got 5 deals, you're making 10 grand a month. Very easy, guys. And if you're in the services industry, if you're out there selling something else to businesses, this would also be a huge you know, it'd be a huge, basically, addition to your income, supplement to your income. At the end of the day, you're going to end up making more money. Not only whatever you're selling them, whether it's an ad on the paper or it's some other type of service, you know, payroll, or, you know, website design, or whatever the case may be, you can always add this and it'll be a supplement to your income because of the commission. Now, it's very simple to sell it. It's not difficult at all, but you do need to know at least the basics, and that's what we're here to do, to help you. We're here to train you and let you know how the POS systems work. So they don't put any money down. 119 per month pays you 700. 139 per month pays you 1,000. Additional stations will pay $500. They all are at 99 bucks. Now, there is a 1 month payment plus $125 doc fee. This is the only type of money down. What I mean by money down, I know it says here 0 down. They don't have to give us any money, but when they do the inception of the lease, you know, obviously the leasing company, they do charge for a documentation fee, so it's $125. You can actually waive that, or you can actually charge it and share it with the company. So, you know, typically they'll have a few objections about paying $125 for the application and documentation. But at the same time, it's a very lengthy, lengthy paperwork. It takes a little bit of time. It also takes time to process their order and actually request the equipment, and then also get the license. And it's quite a bit of work. So you can share that doc fee, or you can waive it. But if you waive it, obviously it's not so good for you. All the systems are in a 48-month lease, and essentially, let's talk about what comes with the POS system. So with all points of sale systems, they basically come in with the all-in-one touchscreen POS X unit. It includes a credit card swiper, the Xtouch POS Pro, or the PC America Cash Register Express, along with the electronic direct credit card software. Also, we have a free gift card and loyalty card processing integration. It also comes with a thermal receipt printer, comes with a cash drawer, comes with a kitchen printer if it's a restaurant, keyboard and mouse, and then 2 hours of online training. Now, mind you, if they're actually doing the 2 hours of online training, this is specifically for the managers. We're not talking about the servers, because the servers get a different training, but obviously we like to get the head of the restaurant or the retail place, that what we call the manager, really. We like to get him on the 2 hour online training, because he's going to be able to know a lot more by the time we're done with the training, and he's going to be able to explain it to the employees, so it's going to make it a lot easier. We also do the hardware configuration, the software programming. We create their menu. If they're a restaurant, we will do the menu for them. If it's a retail store, well, we need to have some type of inventory that we can upload for them. If they don't have an inventory, if they don't have another point of sale system that they're currently using, then they'll have to basically input the inventory themselves. Specifically on this end, let's just say it's kind of like a food store, a vitamin store, or a grocery store, where they have a lot of canned foods, a lot of bottles, a lot of everything, and there's a lot of barcoding to do. The Xtouch is actually quite simple to work with. It has a tablet extension, so this tablet you could take with you through the aisles, and it also has a Bluetooth barcode scanner, so you'll be able to pretty much throw the inventory very quickly into the system. But if they already have a point of sale system, then just let us know what kind of point of sale system it is. Give us access to the system so we can go in there remotely, download the database, and then obviously upload it into the new system. Along with all of this, guys, we give unlimited free tech support for Xtouch. PC America is not included 24/7. It is only working hours, so operating hours for PC America tech support, it's from 9 a.m. all the way up to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the hardware comes with a 3 or 4 year warranty, depending on what term they get from the leasing company. We will do the menu, food only, obviously. It will come with a large drink and liquor list built in. So obviously, if they are a bar or they're a bar grill, we can actually do the menu for them, and we can also do the liquor menu for them as well. We just need a copy of it. So guys, whenever you guys get that paperwork signed, make sure you get a copy of the recent menu with the current pricing. Now, how does it pay for itself? Now, a lot of customers are going to tell you, well, I've thought about it, maybe, getting a point of sale system, but it's too expensive. Well, the main thing about it is that accuracy is the biggest reason. Items are charged at the correct price. The tickets are added up correctly. All the items are entered into the POS system before they are made, so it stops the buddy system. Hey, pass me this, or I'm not going to charge for this, and then they can pocket the money. The second thing for restaurants in this specific subject, staff banking. The servers become their own bank, so at the end of the shift, the POS will tell them what they owe to the house. Then obviously they pull out a report. It'll tell them how much money they made in credit card tips, and they're taken out automatically, so there is no thinking involved. It will say basically cash due from the server, and it will subtract from all the tickets that you sold throughout the day. It'll subtract also your tips. So at the end of the day, you're going to know how much money you owe to the restaurant, and then obviously how much money you keep for yourself. You're also able to take out 3% of their tips to help you pay for a portion of the merchant services. You can do that as a business owner, but we really don't do it. We don't do it that often. I guess customers are not very happy about doing that, I guess. Like I said, it's an option. It's not mandatory, but it might be $1 a shift for them, but $100 for the business owner. Anyway, the average increase in sales after a POS system installation is about 8 to 15%. We wanted to put it on the high end, guys, because you want to tell the customer the high end number. You don't want to tell them, well, we usually help customers about 3% to increase their bottom line. No, we don't want to do that. We want to tell them exactly how much is the real the biggest picture. We want to show you that, Mr. Customer. Let me show you how you can actually increase your bottom line with this point of sale system. So not only it's going to help them maintain and track their inventory, it's going to help them create vendor lists. It's going to help them sending those orders out for their inventory to come in. It's going to help them with the servers or the employees to not go into the cash drawer and then retrieve money from it. So it's going to do a lot of good things for them. But most importantly, it's going to save your customers on their merchant services rates. Now, of course, if you already have them set up with credit card processing, and you're going to switch them over to our POS system, you do need to have one of the point processors that we have. But at the same time, that's another way to earn their business and get that big commission from the point of sale, because you're saving the customer a little bit of money, So we've saved some customers enough money to make the payment on the POS system. It just really depends on what you want to do, but at the same time, guys, you got to look at retention. The attrition right now, typically for a business, it's about 13 to 14 months. 13 to 14 months, that's usually when the customer is going to say, hey, you know what, it's time to look at a different company. Let's see if I can get a cheaper rate. With point of sale systems, that doesn't happen. It never happens. So make sure you guys look into this, because it's definitely going to help you to grow your business, your credit card processing business, your payroll business, whatever the case may be. It creates retention, lessens the attrition. It'll create stickiness with the customer. So that's a huge thing for you guys. Now, the Xtouch Pro features include time clock management, obviously with scheduling, so they can punch in and punch out. Their hours is going to come out in a report that obviously the owner or the manager can pull out by just logging into the system. It has a gift card server. It runs the gift cards for free, specifically through our payment processor. The customer loyalty program is also available, so it'll basically let you know, Joe came in, 3 times this month, and he bought, a large pizza with pepperoni. It'll give you guys, in this system, it'll give your customers a bigger idea of what kind of customers they're getting, which ones are coming back, which ones are not, so on and so forth. It also gives you many reports: items sold, sales by the hour, sales by server, taxes, inventory count, so on and so forth. You can also split tickets accurately and quickly, track customer counts, items sold, we already mentioned that. Integrated merchant services, that's a huge thing, because if the customer currently has a point of sale system but he's actually swiping through a side terminal, chances are that they're probably stealing from him. Secondly, he's doing double the work, because he's going to pull out 2 reports. He's going to have to match the report from the point of sale system to the one from the credit card terminal that is not attached to the actual point of sale. So they're probably doing double work. And then on top of that, they could be getting, robbed very blindly. And the nice thing about it also is, like, you can actually maintain inventory, and you'll know when you need to reorder. It'll give you notices. The point of sale system will give you a notice, so you know when to reorder. And it basically, if you're, like, let's say in another location, you can access the system Xtouch online through the cloud, and you can find out, hey, yeah, I still have some, whatever, those shoes that you were looking for. So you can actually access that from anywhere, as long as you have internet. So it could be your phone, could be another computer, iPad, tablet, whatever. Epayments, the EDC features. The software that we use is basically for epayments. Those are that's the payment processor. We basically use First Data, just so you guys know. It's a $495 value. The $495 goes to the software that actually connects the point of sale system with the credit card processor, so it can actually transmit and authorize credit card transactions. So once it's integrated with the POS, it'll be basically a lot more accurate with the reporting. It'll give you the daily batch report, daily detail report. It'll view tickets total, tips, ticket numbers in case of an error. It's also PCI compliant. It is also EMV compliant, and we do have a pay at the table option. So it is also very nice for those restaurants they want to upgrade and they want to go to the next level. It also gives them email notifications of the batch and amount, so it's really cool. Now on the other side, let's say you're looking at a retail merchant, Cash Register Express, they get 90 days of free tech support. It's a powerful retail program for many retail businesses. For example, convenience stores, smoke shops, supply stores, furniture, dispensary, liquor stores, so on and so forth. You can do the same thing, inventory, mix and match. It has a time card, so you can punch in, punch out. The shopping list is made for the owner, the same thing. Relationship with vendors, ordering new stuff. It has many reports, and you can also print shelf tags of the labels. So, additional services and software. The additional services is basically any type of tweak or adjustment that we can make to the software, so we can make it specifically or customized to that specific business. So for example, the liquor and drink input. It'll basically measure your liquor, how much per drink, so on and so forth. We can do fingerprint software. So instead of using a card to log in or a PIN number, they can actually use their finger. The liquor control software, I already mentioned that through the drink input. Customer display, it'll basically show the customer how much they owe. 8-inch LCD customer display. So there's two different types of displays. One's for PC America, the other one's for Xtouch. The Xtouch is a lot smaller, but the PC America is an 8-inch LCD customer display. It can also be remote viewed from the cloud. So as long as you can connect to the internet, guys, you can actually see the system real time. We can give you additional training. It has extended hardware warranties, especially because they're actually financing the system. And like I mentioned, we have the wireless handheld. So for example, let's say it's a retail restaurant or any type of retail business that wants to do inventory. And then, obviously they're going to have to bring all the inventory to the front desk, and then they're going to have to scan it there. They're going to input the vendor. They're going to input the brand. They're going to input the pricing. They don't have to do all that with us. Xtouch is above and beyond cool. What it will do is we'll set them up with a tablet. The tablet, obviously, they have to pay for that. We'll set them up with some wireless handhelds, handheld barcode scanners, and they can go in right there inside any aisle and then just scan the product, type it into the tablet. Scan the product, type it into the tablet. The key advantages above the competition is basically that we're open to all states. You have a loyal EPI POS provider, so anybody that wants to change their processing, we'll be able to let you know, because it's kind of hard to actually change the processor. So if they were to contact us to change processor, we will let you know. That way you have time to save the account and of course reduce the attrition. You also are able to prospect to new businesses. That's a huge thing. Sometimes when it's a new business, it's kind of hard for them to get financing. It's very hard for different companies, different vendors to trust them. So it is actually a great thing. It's an opportunity for you and for them. They will own the system after 36 or 48 months, depending on what they approve for. The system is quite easy to use, so it's actually going to be a very simple sale. As long as they understand the system and see how easy it is to be used, they're going to buy it because they know there's so much value to buying a point-of-sale system. It's going to save them so much money. It's going to reduce theft. It's going to basically let them know everything about the business. It comes with a warranty, so anything happens to the hardware, anything happens to the system, you have the availability to say, Mr. Customer, if anything happens to your system, you're guaranteed to have a replacement here next day air. And that's the beauty of it. We also offer the free gift and loyalty processing, so that's also a key advantage above the competition, because typically the competition will charge you for the gift cards, will charge you also for the loyalty processing. The competition won't really care who they use for the processing, so obviously you can lose the account right there. The equipment may not have such a lengthy warranty. Typically our warranty is 3 or 4 years, but usually from the manufacturer, any manufacturer is basically going to just warranty it for 1 year. It's also a key advantage for all the businesses. Now the installation time, it takes anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks from the submission to the installation. Is average 2 to 3 weeks. We must have all the lease documents, the doc fee, the payment must be in-house prior to shipping. We want to make sure that the menu is correct, so we got to have the whole menu, the drink menu, the liquor menu, every menu. So the first week is actually the application, the approval process. Once we submit the order, it goes to our deployment department, and then they build the menu, they test the system, they go through the whole process of building the system for the customer, and then they ship it out. It usually takes 3 to 5 business days, so that's the 3rd week. And we do it via ground because it's quite expensive, and of course we pass that shipping on to the customer, so we don't want it to be too expensive. Also, that's another thing I didn't mention. The shipping cost $99 per box. So if they got 3 systems, it would be $300 coming out up front for the shipping. Again, this has nothing to do with the point of sale system. It has nothing to do with the credit card processing. It's just basically what it costs to send this huge box with cash drawer, receipt printers, touchscreens, and all that good stuff. The activation process is quite simple. So you got to have your merchant account approved. That's the first thing. We do have an app online, so you can actually go to the website and you can sign up online right there and there. We also have the same thing for the lease application, or you can have that, signed with ink. Send in the documents with the equipment list. Use your checklist. It's very important, guys, that you guys use the checklist so we know what is it that first of all, what is it that what the customer needs and what they're ordering, and obviously how much money it's going to cost. Submit the menu or inventory in CSV format. Not necessarily for the menu. The menu really can be just a picture, any type of JPEG, PNG, PDF format. It doesn't matter. Just take a picture of the menu. But as far as inventory for retail, we would definitely need a CSV format. Now, what additional hardware and software would you like? That's another thing that we'd like to ask. So that's why we need to have the equipment list for you to, number one, ask the customer that question, and number two, know what extra hardware they need, whether it's a tablet, a Bluetooth barcode scanner, a label printer, a barcode scanner / scale. It could be very different things. Also, we want to pick a delivery date. We want to know, hey, or listen, Mr. Customer, so we're actually on the 22nd of the month now. What we're looking at really here is that by next week it's going to be in the programming stage, and right after that it's going to ship out. So you're looking at an installation of anywhere between the 13th to the 17th of next month. Okay, so that's your 3 weeks right there. If you have any questions about the delivery date or tracking numbers or anything like that, you can always reach admin at Merchant Solutions Corp, or you can contact us directly at the office and we'll be able to help you out with that. Figure out what you're going to do with all the extra time and money that you're going to be saving from running one place to the other, right? Prospecting left and right, and making half of the money that you're basically going to be doing. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing for you guys. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. Contact our POS hotline, 888-407-8886, extension 15. That's my direct line. But you can also email sales at Merchant Solutions Corp, and we'll be happy to help you guys out. Now, if this is something you've been looking at for a while, give us a try. Send an order. The sales process is very simple, guys. So as long as you get a customer interested, just set up a time and date for us to show the menu, for us to show the system to the customer. We can actually schedule a demonstration. After the demonstration, you would do the quote. You would basically find out how much equipment they need. You would basically offer that in a very professional manner with a quote and spreadsheet and so on. And then once the customer agrees to that, just fill out the paperwork. It's very simple to sell POS systems. It doesn't take that long. You don't need to be a computer whiz, or you don't need to know the software back and forth. You just basically need to know how to sell. And if you know how to sell credit card merchant services, payroll services, website design, whatever it is, you can sell point of sale and make more money than what you're making right now. Well, that's it for today, guys, and I thank you for your time. I look forward to speaking to you, and like always, have a blessed day. Take care.